Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to say this is a very encouraging development that we are here to speak to our colleagues whose regions are engulfed in conflict, internal conflicts. And I think it's important to put into context that conflict is a constant factor in human relations. The difference between us and animals is the fact that we are capable of resolving our issues peacefully and coexisting and living in harmony. And I think resolving resource conflicts, like the ones that are engulfing those regions, are complex, challenging tasks, and also very emotive matter. Security intervention by the police or the military is just a palliative, one factor to address this particular issue. But you know, these deep-rooted problems of this kind, like the ones that you are facing, require perhaps addressing the root causes. And there are multiple interventions that would be needed. And I think one of the factors that is glaring at us is that these regions are marginalized. There are historical legacies of underdevelopment, and therefore there are limited resources, there's scarcity, and people are fighting over very limited resources. So what we can do as parliamentarians and as politicians is to be able to bridge the gap, to be able to bring them together, to have a discussion, to have a dialogue. And through this discussion and dialogue, perhaps, provide a framework in which the government, the devolved sections of the government, we can all come together so that we can look at how, what kinds of interventions are more suitable than just a military intervention, because as we have said, that the military is a last resort. So I'm encouraged that we're having a dialogue here. I have also been involved, like Madame Chalule, a long time in conflict resolution. And both in our country, in our community, my own neighborhood was engulfed in very serious conflict in which I myself was seriously injured in a bomb blast. Somehow we have overcome in the last 10 years. We've been able to come together. Mheshimiwa from Sigor was there yesterday. He has seen the major change that has happened in my neighborhood. It's flourishing, it's thriving. I can see many of these regions, Turkana, Samburu, Bokot, Laikipia, flourishing as well, with peace and prosperity. And we can do it as a country. We can come together and we can resolve our issues. And I think we're here to be able to engage with you and to see how we can resolve those issues. We're not reinventing the wheel, as we've had. There are regions that have been able to resolve those issues. And I've also been involved in international conflict resolution globally, having worked with the United Nations in Latin America, Asia, parts of Africa, and even in Europe. Europe is not free of conflicts. They also have their own tribal, ethnic conflicts that they have been able to resolve. So I wish you all the best, and I hope this, out of this gathering, could come out some very concrete resolutions in which we can move forward and engage with the people of northern Kenya and find the way to peace, stability, and prosperity for all our citizens.